Hi friends, good day. Today I am taking out the sinking fund method. Generally, whenever you create any fund is meant for a specific purpose. Whenever you are creating a fund, it means it is for a specific purpose. The fund amount which you create will be used either for acquiring any item or for meeting any expense. So in this case, sinking fund method, when you buy an asset, you will be having expiry period of the asset. That means you can use asset for 10 years or 15 years, whatever it may be. This is only estimation. So when you buy an asset, whatever the after consuming the value of the asset according to the technical issues, because the technicality, they say that you can use an asset for 10 years or you can use the asset for 15 years. There are some specifications. It will be given by the experts only, expert advice, and you go that okay, this is the usefulness of the asset, or this is the utility of the period of the asset. Oh, this may be plus or minus may be there. If people they use asset without proper maintenance, the lifespan of the asset may come down very quickly. If the people who maintain the asset with good maintenance, the lifespan of the asset may be extended than what you have originally expected that it can be used. So you know that after n number of years you need to replace the asset. Now what happened under this method, the concept says that you know that after n number of years, say after 5 years or after 10 years, the asset is to be replaced, then you need substantial amount. So slowly what you do, the depreciation which you normally transfer to P&L account is a non-cash expenditure. So what they do here is that instead of debiting P&L account and reducing the asset, they feel that if this is a cash expense, say for example, if you assume is a cash expense, this amount can be invested somewhere. So depreciation, even though you are debiting to P&L account, is a non-cash expenditure. So what they feel that okay, this amount can be invested somewhere, because if I invest the depreciation amount which I am writing off from profit and loss account, writing off from concerned asset and debiting to profit and loss account, treating as an expense, can be invested somewhere. What is the advantage of investment? Say for example, 10,000 rupees cost of the asset 1 lakh, every year 10,000 depreciation. The 10,000 you invest somewhere after completion of the first year. On 10,000, when you invest, what happens next year, you will be getting some interest on that, the 10%. 10,000, 10%. How much? 1,000. So next year again investment depreciation is 10,000. That amount also to be invested along with the interest. Let us assume interest also you are investing. I think your problems are based on that. So it becomes how much? 11,000. So original previous investment 10,000. First year ending investment. Second year ending investment will become 11,000. So total investment at the end of second year will be 21,000. On that again 10% say. So then what happened is it is having cumulatively affected. It means depreciation amount which you are keeping aside is being invested. So how you are investing? By creating a fund. That means depreciation which you are creating is transferred to a fund account. That fund account, if you invest, become fund investment account. On that fund investment, interest you are receiving, that interest is being added to fund. Again, that will be reinvested. Like we have learned that in not for profit making organization. You already learned that topic, not for profit making organization. Whenever specific fund is created, any income regarding to that particular fund is to be added to that particular fund account. Any investment on that fund will be added to fund account. That fund account, whatever you are adding, is again reinvested. So then what happens? The advantage is that after n number of years, after the utility period of the asset is completed, you are having substantial amount. Then this amount fund investment will be sold. Sir, investment will be where, sir? General investment maybe in the form of bonds or government securities, etc. So the investment will be sold after n number of years. Say the asset can be used for 5 years, asset can be used for 10 years. After 5 years, the expiry of the lifespan of the asset, or after 10 years, after expiry of the asset, then you will be getting substantial amount. That amount plus the scrap value of the asset, both will be used for replacing the asset. Okay, suppose I told you 1 lakh is the cost of the asset 10 years back. Maybe after 10 years back, it may go up to 131, 140, 150, whatever it may be. That generally, the asset value keep on increasing. But you will be having substantial amount, okay, shortfall 10,000 or 20,000, that can be easily manageable. But if you want to replace the asset after 10 years without having any plan, without having any provision for future huge investment, I think you will be, you'll be missing your planning, financial planning. So that is why this particular method is being recommended. So fund means money set apart. You can see that has been explained here. Fund means money set apart for a specific purpose. In a sinking fund, money is set apart for the purpose of replacement of an asset. In this method, amount of yearly depreciation is credited to sinking fund account and the same amount is invested in securities. The interest on securities is also credited to sinking fund account and reinvested in securities. I have already told you. When needed, securities are sold and a new asset is purchased. The amount to be set apart annually by way of depreciation is ascertained from sinking fund table. They readily show the amount which must be invested in each year to accumulate rupee 1 at a given rate of interest within the stated period. We have seen that in the last class. Annuity method is to write off a rupee with so and so rate of interest. Annuity method is to be followed. Now here the caption which I am giving for this particular topic is that to produce a rupee with given rate of interest, sinking fund method will be followed. Okay, there I have told you annuity to write off a rupee with rate of interest, given rate of interest or so and so rate of interest. Which method is followed? Annuity. Here to produce a rupee. Here that is what has been given. They readily show the amount which must be invested each year to accumulate 1 rupee at a given rate of interest within the stated period. If I want to give, say after 5 years, I want to get a 1 rupee with 5% interest. So for that, to get a 1 rupee, first I need to invest. To invest first, I need to calculate depreciation. The depreciation is to be transferred to sinking fund. The sinking fund will be invested in account called as sinking fund investment. So that is why it has been given. To produce a rupee with given rate of interest, which method is to be followed? Sinking fund method will be followed. Clear to all of you? I think this is all about your problem. This is the method. So that particular table will give you, but how to refer to tables are generally in the examination they'll be giving the value, because you can't be probably we are having some like you got log tables, anti-log values, etc. will be in accounting also, that generally will be used in financial management. Nowadays nobody is using that. A1, A2, A3, A4, we are having some tables for that. Through the tables we can get the readily calculated values. I think in annuity method, sir might have told you how to calculate the get the annuity value. But generally the tables are given. So from accounting point of view, that generally that will be part of the examination. In the material itself, they will be giving you what is the sinking fund to be maintained. Okay, so we let us look at the entry. So in first entry, generally we have learned that for transfer of depreciation to asset, there we have written depreciation to asset. Here we should write depreciation to sinking fund account. Next, for charging depreciation to P&L account, entry is profit and loss account to depreciation. So entry will be same. The transfer entry will be same. Only in place of asset which you credit, you are creating which account? Sinking fund account. Then next one, for investment of amount of depreciation, entry will be sinking fund investment account at R to bank account. Whatever the amount you are keeping aside, will be invested. Will be invested. I told you, no, the sinking fund. And please remember, this is the entry you will be writing year ending. Depreciation to sinking fund when you write first year ending. This also first year ending. Investment also year ending. So these three entries, first you write first year ending. First year ending, first year ending. In subsequent years, for interest earned on sinking fund investment and on investment of interest and depreciation, in subsequent years, for interest earned on sinking fund investment and on investment of the interest and depreciation is giving subsequent investment later on. So then what happen when you invest after first year? Let us say this is second year ending. You can't get the moment you get interest. So bank account data to interest on sinking fund. This is entry for interest received on SFI, sinking fund investment account. Then this is entry for transfer. I told you entry for transfer entry for transfer of interest. What is entry for transfer of interest? Interest on sinking fund investment account data to sinking fund. I told you interest will be added to sinking fund, no? Or you can, some people they write directly bank to sinking fund account, because interest on sinking fund is cancelled. Why you are transferring interest on sinking fund to sinking fund account? Because whenever a fund is created with for specific purpose, any income on that is to be added to sinking fund investment. Think the next entry. In addition to entries 1, 2 will also be passed in subsequent years for transfer of depreciation to sinking fund, for charging to profit and loss account. That means in addition to these entries, first and second entry, this first and second entry will be repeated every year. That is what he is saying. That okay, is this clear to all of you? Along with the third and fourth entry, every year first and second entry will be passed. So the entry will be the next year. Okay, now the entry will be here. Interest on sinking fund account is there, no? In addition to these entries, entry 1 and 2 will also be passed in subsequent years for transfer of depreciation to sinking fund and for charging it to P&L account. That means these two, first and second entry you will be writing first year ending, third entry you will be writing first year ending, fourth entry you will be writing third entry will be writing first year ending. This entry will be writing, fourth entry will be writing second year ending. Then what happens? This will become second year ending entry. First entry. This will become second year entry. This will become second year entry. Next year, this will become third year ending entry. Clear to all of you? Then this also will become third year ending. That means whenever you will be receiving interest, interest will be receiving after first year, not before first year. Are you following? Let me give you a small example. 2010 you went for investment, 2000 you purchased an asset, so you have created depreciation 31st December 2010. Come on, tell me, just to explain this point. 31st December 2010, this will be the first entry, depreciation to the sinking fund, 31st December. Now this will entry will be receiving, writing 31st December 11, second year ending. Okay, and this also will be 31st December 11. Now next year what happened? Same entry again, 31st December 11, 31st December 11, 31st December 11. Now in interest we will be getting on next year after 1 year, no, 31st December 12. 31st December 12, like this. So every year it keeps on repeating. These entries will be repeated. So how many entries will be repeated every year? First 2 entries, first year ending, second year ending, third year ending, fourth year ending, till you dispose of the sinking fund investment. Investment amount of depreciation. This is also first year ending, second year ending, third year ending. Next, this also first year end. This is not second year ending. Second year ending is entry for first year investment. Third year for second year investment. Fourth year for third year investment, like that. This is also same transfer entry. Then finally what happen? When you sell the asset investment, I mean to say investment entry will be, this is also for depreciation interest earned. So this is also, this will become 31st December 13. This is reinvestment. Yearly depreciation plus interest earned. Then for sale of sinking fund investment at the end of useful life of the asset, bank account debtor. Okay, there's some typing problem. Bank account debtor to sinking fund investment. If you are getting a profit, I told you profit or loss is to be transferred to specific fund. Sinking fund investment account debtor to sinking fund. If it is a profit, loss you reverse it. Then no need to by heart the entries. Just when you do the problem, that is very easy. Since entries have given, just I am explaining. No need to worry, sir, how to remember. No need to remember the entries. Directly you can easily open ledger accounts. You will feel very comfortable in doing the ledger. So generally for depreciation chapter, entries doesn't have any significance. Then for transfer of amount to the extent of book value of asset from asset account to sinking fund account data to asset account. This I'll explain when we do the problem. And any surplus in sinking fund account is transferred general reserve account. Efficiency is transferred to P&L account. So these entries I will be explaining which one, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. I'll be explaining when we take up the problem. Now let me start with this 4th problem. KTL Limited purchased 4 years lease on 1st January 1994 for rupees 1 lakh. It is decided to provide for the renewal of the lease at the end of 4 years by setting up a depreciation fund. Investments are expected to fetch interest at the rate of 10% per annum. Sinking fund table shows that 0.215478708 invested each year will produce 1 rupee at the end of 4 years at 10% per annum. That means to get a 1 rupee at the rate of 10% after 4 years, you should invest every year 0.2154708. To invest the amount, first you need to calculate depreciation. That is what? To get 1 rupee after 4 years at the rate of 10%, you should depreciate asset with 0.2154708 on 1 rupee, and that depreciation is creates sinking fund. That sinking fund is invested in sinking fund investment. On 31st December 97, depreciation fund investments were sold. Pass necessary journal entries and prepare the ledger account. So what I do, I'm avoiding which one? Journal entries. Actually, we normally don't write entries. So by typing mistake, they have given pass. Prepare the ledger accounts. Okay. So when the asset was purchased, name of the asset lease. Amount is 1 lakh. It is decided to provide for the renewal of the lease at the end of 4 years by setting up a depreciation fund. Investment is expected to fetch interest at the rate of 10% per annum. Sinking fund table shows 2.2152154,708. So first, I have to calculate Depreciation per annum. Depreciation per annum is equal to cost of the asset sinking fund value. Cost of the asset 1 lakh. Cost of the asset 1 lakh and the sinking fund value 0.215408 is coming to 21,547.08, or we can round it off to 21,547. That means to invest you need to have depreciation. To get a 1 rupee at the end of 4 years at the rate of 10% is you need to invest 0.21544708. So what is the object of sinking fund? To replace the asset. You need to create sinking fund. You have to create sinking fund. With the sinking fund, you should invest into sinking fund investment. So let me start with solution. Problem number 4. So I need to open 2 accounts. If it is on board, what I do for you to understand it better, I write the sinking fund on one side, sinking fund investment on other side. It is also called as depreciation fund, my dear friends. So sinking fund account format is completed. Now let us look at the ledger. Then here simultaneously better to draw lines for sinking fund investment account. I'm not giving much importance to ledger format. You know that just I am only drawing the lines for writing the amount column. Then at last we need to open the asset account. The name of the asset is lease account. Lease account. This lease account is very simple. The reason is that the depreciation won't be transferred to which account? Lease account. Okay. Now, if anybody is having any doubts on the entries when I've started explaining, this will be clarified. I think you tell me that. I'm sure that you will be telling me that, sir, the ledger posting is very easy. Actually, in the examination, they'll be asking ledger posting only. What is the entry, sir? First entry. If you want, I'll do one thing. I'll take you to the entries part also. First entry. Come on, tell me. Depreciation account data to sinking fund. In sinking fund, when the asset is acquired, 1st January 94. Year ending, they are assuming they are following calendar year, 31st December 94. Entry. Depreciation to sinking fund. In sinking fund, by depreciation, I have calculated already. To produce a rupee with a 10% rate of interest, you need to invest 21,547. This is first entry, right? Look at the second entry. For charging depreciation to P&L account, I have not opened depreciation account. You all are aware. Only the necessary accounts are 3 accounts. So let us not take this account into consideration. For investment of amount of depreciation entry, sinking fund investment to bank. In sinking fund investment, 31st December 94 you write to bank account. To bank account. What is the amount that has been invested, my dear friends? 21,547. You following? So come on, very simple. Sinking fund depreciation will appear on the credit side and investment will appear on the asset side. So when you prepare balance sheet at this particular point of time, sinking fund account will appear on the liability side, sinking fund investment account will appear on the asset side. Is this clear to all of you? Then look at the next one. For investment, and after that, in subsequent years, for interest on sinking fund investment and on investment of the interest and depreciation bank account and depreciation. He's saying for subsequent interest, for interest earned on sinking fund investment and on investment of interest and depreciation, on investment of the interest and depreciation. He is saying that in subsequent years, for interest earned on sinking fund investment, what is the entry? Tell me. Bank account data to interest on sinking fund investment. We have not opened this interest on sinking fund investment. We have not opened bank account, so this entry is not required to be written. Then next, interest on sinking fund account data to sinking fund account. You'll be getting interest, no? This interest when you will be getting? 31st December 2014. 31st December 1995. When you will be getting, my dear friends? 31st December 1995. Now you can see when you invested 31st December 94. Can you get interest on the same day? No. When you will be getting 31st December 95, you will be getting interest. That interest is to be created on 31st December 95 to sinking fund account. So for the 31st December 94, you don't have any transaction. So what I can do, 31st December 94, I can close the account. I can balance the account. 21,547. Two parallel lines, same amount. First January 95. 21,547 is your opening balance. Here also same thing. You are not getting any income on this as on this date. So 31st December 94 you write by balance carry down 21,547. This will become opening balance for next day. This is called as opening balance next year. Second year beginning, opening balance. Now you will be getting interest after 1 year from the date of investment. That is 31st December 95. It is created which account I told you? Interest on sinking fund investment account data to bank. Sinking fund account. ISFI. Shall I call ISFI? ISFI means interest on sinking fund investment to SF account. sinking fund account. Get all of you? So now to write this entry, interest on sinking fund investment. Interest on sinking fund investment is transferred to sinking fund. What is the interest, sir? Rate of interest in the problem has been given as 10%. Investments are expected to fetch interest of 10% per annum. So what is the investment amount you are having here? 21,547. On that you will be receiving 10% interest. It is coming to how much? 2000. 154.7. So shall I go for rounding off? 2155. Come on. First year depreciation, second year opening balance, interest on SFI. Then second year ending also depreciation is there, no? Now under sinking fund method, depreciation per annum is constant because we have referred to which table? Sinking fund table. Depreciation every year depreciation is how much? 21,547. Okay. Now this interest on SFI and depreciation will be invested where? Into sinking fund investment. When? 31st December 1905. To bank, assuming that interest also has been invested. 21,547 plus what is the interest here? You are getting interest of 2,155, no? It is coming to 23,702. You can cross check. 21,547 plus 23,702 has been reinvested. Now you can close this account. Totaling you can see. Yes, it is coming to, after calculation, 45,249. This is clear. Then you write by balance carry down. 45,249. The same will become opening balance to next day. Okay, now similarly here we can close this account. Forty-five to 49. So this will become to balance carry down. Okay. So 31st December 95. This is the closing balance of which account? Sinking fund account. This will become opening balance for 1st January 96. 45,249. How much it will become? 45,249 will become opening balance for next year. This you will be writing by balance brought down. Now see the here the concept. First year depreciation, closing balance, opening balance. This depreciation is invested into sinking fund investment. Please, that is why generally I do left hand side sinking fund, right hand side sinking fund investment. You can see this is by depreciation 21,547 that has been invested. Depreciation amount has been invested by transferring sinking fund. That sinking fund account, sinking fund amount has been transferred by investing to sinking fund investment. Entry will be sinking fund investment to bank. Is this clear? Now you won't be getting interest year ending. So that is why you are writing by balance carried down. This has become opening balance brought down 21,547 1st January 95. So similarly here also you can see balance carried on. Then this has become opening balance. Then this on this 21,547 you'll be receiving interest on 31st December 97. What is the rate of interest? 10%. So 21,547 into 10% you are getting 2,155. Then second year again depreciation, how much? I told you depreciation is constant, which will keep on changing, interest will keep on changing, but depreciation, just like annuity method, depreciation is same, because we are providing the depreciation by looking at the sinking fund table. So what is the depreciation amount here? 21,547. 21,547 plus interest on sinking fund is again invested. That is what? Two banks, sinking fund amount plus interest, it is coming to 23,702. So closing balance 45,249. This closing balance is on 31st December 95. This has become opening balance 1196. Clear to all of you? Two balance brought down. Okay. Then next, what happened here after this? Now, how long this is to be continued? You should see the problem. On 31st December 97, the depreciation fund investment are sold. That means I have to calculate, I have to open these two ledger accounts up to 31st December 97. So far, how many years I have opened? 94, 95. 2 more years I need to go. Then what happened? On this sinking fund investment account, the firm will be receiving interest at the rate of 10%. So that interest is credited to which account? Sinking fund account. I told you, interest on sinking fund investment is transferred to sinking fund account. So 31st December 96, by interest on sinking fund investment, short form I am writing SFI. SFI is nothing but interest on sinking fund investment. What is the balance here? 45,249 into 10%. 44,524.9. I am rounding it off. 4,525. Okay. Then again, by, tell me what is this? By depreciation. Some people they write P&L account also. By depreciation got cancelled, can be transferred to P&L account. By depreciation, what is the annual amount? Tell me here. 21,547. Clear to all of you? So then, two balance carry down. Go for totaling of it. You can cross check this. $71,321. Now, this amount interest and depreciation again will be reinvested. So 31st December 96 to bank. 21,547 plus interest 4,525. annual depreciation plus interest will be invested. So 26,072. $71,321. 31st December 96. Buy balance carry down 71,321. So this will become 1197 to balance brought down. Okay, 71,327. Now please watchful here. How many years we have completed? For you to have a clarity, let me take a marker. This is first year. This is second year. This is third year. Look at the entry. First year, I am also going by entry. Depreciation to sinking fund. First entry. Second entry. Sinking fund investment account at R to bank. This is first year. Then year ending. Of course, depreciation is transferred to P&L account, that you all are aware. Then what happened? Company will be paying interest, investing enterprise. Entry will be bank account at R to interest on SFI, interest on SFI to sinking fund. So you can see first year this is closing balance. This will become opening balance brought down. Then you will be writing entry for interest on sinking fund investment. Then annual depreciation. So please remember how to remember this, sir. First year only depreciation. Second year opening balance, interest on SFI, depreciation. Third year opening balance, interest on SFI, depreciation. Is it simple or not? Come on, tell me. Repeat once again. Opening balance, depreciation. Next year opening balance, interest on SFI, depreciation. Next, come on, opening balance, interest on SFI, depreciation. Interest on SFI how to calculate on this opening balance? Simple. On this opening balance you calculate. Depreciation, we have already calculated depreciation 21,547. Clear to all of you? Then third year, come on, interest on SFI opening balance. Repeat it once again. First year depreciation, second year opening balance, interest on SFI, depreciation. Third year opening balance, interest on SFI, depreciation. Interest on SFI is calculated on opening balance. Now here sinking fund investment. First year to bank investment. Second year opening balance and bank. What is bank? Annual depreciation plus interest on SFI. This is depreciation plus interest on SFI. Both have been invested. Okay, this is second year. Third year, come on, tell me. Opening balance plus depreciation plus interest on SFI. Clear to all of you? Plus interest on SFI. I repeat once again, depreciation plus interest on SFI. So how many years we have completed? 3 years. I repeat once again. In sinking fund account, first year depreciation. Second year in sinking fund account, opening balance, interest on SFI, depreciation. Third year, opening balance, interest on SFI, depreciation. Here, opening first year to bank. Second year opening balance, depreciation plus interest on SFI investment. Third year opening balance plus depreciation, interest on SFI investment. Now last year is very interesting one. Here actually space management. What I do, I think most of you might have written this. So here I am continuing that account. I'm continuing here. Sinking fund account. Don't write like this in the examination. Only for explaining I am writing. Fourth year, what you need to do is that, my dear friend, I am using the red marker to highlight this point. 1/1/1997. By balance brought down. You know, balance carried on will become balance brought down. 71,329. I am continuing here. Okay. Then last year, 31st December 97, you should write by interest on SFI. I told you can calculate on this. Actually, you have to calculate on sinking fund investment only, but same amount is same. You can calculate here 10%. 7,132. 7,132.1 no 7,132. Clear to all of you? 7,132. This is interest. Then third year also, fourth year also you have used the asset, no? So by depreciation, same. What is depreciation amount we have calculated every year? 21,547. Now I am asking a question. Fourth year investment is been sold. Sinking fund investment has been sold. So do you need to invest these two amounts? No. Why? Because 31st December you can see the problem. On 31st December 97, the depreciation fund investment are sold for 70,000 years given. It means there is no need to invest this amount. So, but even though you are not investing, last year I am repeating, if you look at the entries bit confusing to you, so that is why you can easily remember last year sinking fund account, what will be the posting? Opening balance, interest on SFI, depreciation. But these two things won't be invested into which account? Sinking fund investment account. Why? This is last year. Then what they have done? 31st December 97, this has been sold for 70,000. On 31st December, depreciation fund investment is sold for 70,000. So here by bank, entry for sale of sinking fund investment 70,000. I think you can guess. 71,327 worth of sinking fund investment account is being sold for 70,000. You are getting a loss. Loss on sale is transferred to sinking fund account. Because whenever specific fund is created, any income or loss on sale of in sinking fund investment is transferred to sinking fund account. Loss on sale transfer. So which account has been closed? Come on, sinking fund investment. So come on, last year in sinking fund investment opening, only opening balance. No need to write to a bank. This is fourth year. Are you following? This is fourth year. Fourth year, no need to write. Fourth year is last year. Last year, no need to write. No need to invest. It is also called depreciation fund. But popularly called as sinking fund. No need to. Fourth year, no need to invest depreciation fund or sinking fund. Why? Because year ending you're selling. So last year, opening balance and sale proceeds. If this is more than this, you'll be getting gain. Gain will be also transferred to sinking. So this account has been closed. Now what happened? I have to transfer this no entry. Sinking fund account data to sinking fund investment. Not to be in account, sorry. To sinking fund investment. What is the loss you got here? Got a loss of 1327. It has been transferred. 1327 loss has been transferred. Is this clear to all of you? So now, sir, how to close this account? Sinking fund fourth year continued here. Since I don't have the space here, I'm writing. Now I have opened the asset account, but I haven't made any entry for this. The reason is that very simple. You all can do it. 1-1 when the asset has been purchased, 1-1 90 1194 1 lakh. To bank 1 lakh. 31st December 94. Depreciation won't be adjusted from lease or any other asset. 1 lakh. Closed. 1195. To balance brought down 1 lakh. 31st December 94. By depreciation 1 lakh. So lease account is being continued by depreciation 1 lakh. Third year also 1196. To balance brought down 1 lakh. 31st December 96. By depreciation 1 lakh. Then you can continue like this. 1197 to balance brought down 1 lakh. So 31st December 97, the asset account is being closed by transferring to sinking fund account. It is also called as depreciation fund account. 1 lakh. So asset account is being closed. Is this clear? Asset account is being closed. Now, what is that we need to do here? Last year, entry there, we have closed asset, no? Sinking fund to asset account. In asset by sinking fund. In sinking fund to lease account. Right, understand. Book value of asset is transferred to which account? Sinking fund account, 1 lakh rupees. Now, the balance in sinking fund account, if credit side is showing more, is a gain, transfer to general reserve. If debit side is more, it is a loss, transfer to P&L account. So we will see, I think by looking at it, I think credit side, debit side is showing more. 1 lakh 1,327. 1 lakh 1,327. So 1 lakh 1,327 minus 71,321 minus 7,132 minus 21,547. You are getting a loss of 1,327. Total cross checking. Answer I am getting different. So it is 7,000, 71,321. Okay. Now 1 lakh 1,321 minus 21,321 minus 7,132 minus 21,547. You're getting 1,321 is loss. Transfer to which account? Profit and loss account. This is loss. So now what I do? Last year, what will be the posting in sinking fund account? This is, if you just pay attention, will be easy. Opening balance, point number 1. Interest on SFI. Opening balance, point number 1. Interest on SFI. Depreciation, next point. Then here, loss on sale of SFI. Loss on sale of SFI. This is book value of asset transferred. Right, understand. If you are getting gain, this gain will go to credit side. Now the difference between credit side and debit side, because the purpose for which the fund has been created is completed. The purpose for which asset account has been created is completed. Which account is being closed, my dear friend? Sinking fund account is being closed. If credit side is more, is a gain. Debit side is more, is a loss. Gain is to be transferred to general reserve account. Loss is to be transferred to profit and loss account. Okay. Now you can see the entries. Now it will be easy for you. This entry is clear to you. Bank depreciation to sinking fund. This entry we have not gone for posting because we don't have P&L account. We are not open depreciation. And this entry you all are aware, investment of amount depreciation. Then bank account data to interest on sinking fund investment. This entry you have seen. So far, what are the entries we have seen? What are the entries so far we have seen? This entry is completed. This is clear. This we have seen. In this entry we have seen. Okay, come on, this entry you have seen in sinking fund account, this you have seen in sinking fund investment, this entry you have seen in sinking fund, this entry you have seen in sinking fund investment, this entry we have seen for sale of sinking fund investment, and this entry you have seen if there is a loss sinking fund, this entry we have seen in this problem, am I right? This entry when we have seen 31st December 97 we have seen, this entry when we have seen 31st December 97, and this entry when you have seen for transfer of amount to the extent of book value of asset 31st December 1997. Then if any surplus in sinking fund account may be transferred to general reserve account, and if any deficit that may be transferred to P&L account. We don't have this surplus because credit side is more in sinking fund surplus, debit side is more loss, P&L account to sinking fund. This entry when we have seen 31st December 97. Now first entry when we have seen 31st December 94, 95, 96, 97, am I right? And when this entry has been seen, this entry was seen on 31st December 94. Then this entry we have seen interest on sinking fund investment to sinking fund 95, 96, 97, this entry we have seen. And yearly depreciation plus interest when we have seen 31st December 95 we have seen, 31st December 1996 we have. Now you can cross check the problem part of it. Depreciation to sinking fund, I told you 94, 95, 96, 97. 94 correct. 95 entry depreciation to sinking fund. 96 correct. 97 top. Clear to all of you? Then sinking fund investment only 94. Correct. Then next sinking fund, this is third entry. Interest on sinking fund to sinking fund 95, 96, 90. You can see yes 95, 96, 97. Get all of you like this. Slowly you have to practice, you can easily do it. Then sinking fund investment to bank, yearly depreciation plus interest earned 95, 96 only, because 94 only you got the investment, 95 onwards you got interest also. You can see 31st December 95 depreciation plus interest on SFI, 96 depreciation plus interest on SFI. Last year no need to invest depreciation fund or sinking. The reason is that last year is the year where you are going to sell your investment. Then next for transfer of amount, then that is completed. For sale of sinking fund, here by mistake they have written typing bank here, it went like and typing it went to next page, next line. For sale of sinking fund investment entry bank account to sinking fund investment, Entry for sale if it is a loss. Sinking fund to sinking fund investment. These two entries we can see where in sinking fund investment account. Sinking fund investment account you can see last year. Buy bank sale. Entry for loss. Sinking fund account that are to sinking fund investment. Entry for loss on sale of investment. Loss on sale transfer. TR means here transfer. Today there is some issue with the writing pad. I'm unable to write it properly on the screen. I hope you will be able to understand this. Loss on sale, because we are having some power issues. Loss on sale transfer. Clear to all of you? Then next, for transfer of amount to the extent of book value of asset to sinking fund. Entry sinking fund to asset account. I've opened which account? Lease account. No? 5 years the account has been continued. So book value transferred. First year cost, next year not, it is called book value. Even though there is depreciation or no depreciation, it is called as book value. Book value transfer entry. Sinking fund account at R2. Sinking to asset account. In asset by sinking. Last, any surplus in sinking fund account may be transferred to general ledger. And if any deficit, that may be transferred to P&L account. Deficit is no loss. Since debit side is showing loss, debit side is showing more loss. Entry P&L account to sinking fund account. P&L sinking fund. In sinking fund by P&L account. The loss, or we can say deficit. Now, today's class we have learned the logic of sinking fund. Same topic you will be learning in debenture redemption. So, sinking fund concept can be used for replacement of asset or redemption of liability, repayment of liability, long-term liability or borrowed money. For that purpose also, which method can be used, my dear friend? Sinking fund concept can be used. There we will be calling as debenture redemption fund, that you will be learning in group 1 CA Inter Financial Account. Now, after looking at this, you all can plan, we all can plan, including myself, that you have purchased 2-wheeler or a 4-wheeler. After 10 years, you want to change it. Now, the depreciation generally we don't consider. Now onwards, you calculate. Suppose the cost of your vehicle is 4-wheeler is 5 lakhs. You assume 10%. 50,000 you take away. 50,000 you assume that you are using it. 50,000 rupees on the vehicle you go and deposit in fixed deposit or RD, recurring deposit, or by mutual funds, anywhere you invest. On that 50,000 you get interest. No? Second year ending, you will be having say 50,000. 50,000 plus that 50,000 on that interest 10%, say 5,000 plus 550, 55. Now after 10 years you are having substantial amount. This vehicle which you are using, you can sell it and you will get some scrap value. Some second hand vehicle you sell, say maybe after 5 years maybe getting 50,000 or 75, whatever it may be. Okay, that's enough, 50,000. Now this 50,000 cumulatively having 10 years investment is fetching you say 8 lakhs or 9 lakhs, 7 lakhs or 8 lakhs plus 57 lakh 50,000. By the time the vehicle costs maybe 750 or 8 lakhs, maybe small lately amount can be used for purchasing it. So conclusion today, sinking fund method is to be followed for replacement of an asset. Which method is to be followed, my dear friend? Sinking fund method is to be followed. Okay, in detailed way I have tried to explain you. I hope you all understand this. We'll meet in the next class. Till then, goodbye. Thank you. God bless you.